everyone, Elias Melas here, President and Founder of the Genuine Networking Association, or GNA for short, and I've got my shoes off and I'm ready to kick away 2014 and start out 2015 on the most amazing note ever, right ladies?
Yeah!
And before we get started here, just want to let you all know that we're coming to you today from the beautiful home of Shannon Edwards here in beautiful Tracy, California. And I emphasize beautiful Tracy, California, right ladies? Because Tracy is like the midpoint between the Sacramento area and the Bay Area. You have to go through Tracy to get in and out, right? It's like the bridge, right?
Yeah.
We love Tracy, if I haven't emphasized that enough. But anyway, first of all, I'd also like to say I'd like to wish you all a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Happy holidays to each and every one of you out there, and hope that you get to spend some quality time with your friends and your family. And this is our 2014 GNA year-end review video. And this year, I have two very special guests. These ladies were very instrumental in keeping the GNA alive throughout 2014 because, ladies, we had some tremendous challenges, is that the right way to put it, throughout the entire year, wouldn't you say, Kelly?
Absolutely, yeah. There's been a lot of obstacles for the GNA this year, absolutely.
And we're going to get more of those obstacles in just a little bit here, but Shannon, we've experienced quite a lot, right?
Yes, we have.
So for the next, 25 minutes or so, we're going to share with you, what happened this year. We're going to go into deeper detail, and then we're going to share how we're going to turn that around and make 2015 the most amazing year ever, because we have some phenomenal new things coming to the GNA, right, Kelly and Shannon?
Yeah.
So first of all here, I've been saying first of all a lot, so because you ladies are number one to me, I'm just trying to be nice, well, I am a nice guy, but anyway. Let me introduce to you Kelly and Shannon. Shannon Edwards has been a part of our Tracy GNA Monthly Mastermind chapter for the last 2+ years since we started, and I'm going to share this story once again, Shannon. I know you don't like hearing this story. I mentioned it at the holiday party several weeks ago, but when I first met Shannon, she literally could not say a word, and I kept talking to her meeting after meeting after meeting, and all of a sudden, we started having these parking lot one-on-ones. That's when Kelly joined the Tracy GNA Monthly Mastermind chapter earlier this year, after the chapter had been around for a year already. And so we would, the event went at 8 o'clock, and about 8:30 or so, we'd head on down to the parking lot, and both these ladies have two big, huge trucks, like Ford F-350s or something like that, right? 150, okay, I'm exaggerating a little bit. I'm trying to make it sound better, right? But they're big trucks. They put their tailgate down, and we'd sit there and just chit-chat till about 11:30 at night. Or midnight. And while these ladies would have a 5 or 10 minute drive, afterwards, I had an hour and 10-minute drive, to the Bay Area after that. But it was definitely well worth it, because I got to more so know Shannon and take the time to really get to know her, and that's what made her feel comfortable to come on board and try GNA leadership. And Shannon now is one of our co-chairpersons for Tracy GNA. Shannon, in a couple minutes or so, how's that experience been compared to what it was when you initially joined?
I thought that I was going to have, what's the word I'm looking for? A lot more things that would be going on, and I know that we will in 2015, and I thought that it would be good for me to get myself out there and get my personality to shine through, and by being on board, I think that will help me out a lot, so thank you.
Oh, you're quite welcome, Shannon. That's all you got?
Mm-hmm.
Wow, simple, straight and to the point, huh? Just the way we like it, right? And next over here, but she's not least because everybody's equal here, Kelly Real, she joined the GNA earlier this year. I believe it was February, Kelly. I believe you found us on meetup.com. I remember when I first met you, I liked who you were and I wanted you to stick around, but I just didn't think you were going to come back. I couldn't get a good read on you because you're a pretty strong, straightforward person like myself. But when you came back the following month, I was still thinking, wow, she's giving us a second chance. And then when you came back the third month, I'm like, oh, she's not going anywhere. And it was the greatest thing because, like I was saying earlier, we had these parking lot one-on-ones and we got to know, like, and trust each other. And I must say, Kelly, you have more titles than any single GNA member has ever held at once in its existence. Kelly started off as our co-chairperson as well of Tracy GNA Monthly Mastermind, which she still is. But she has 2 other roles. She's also now the host of our Lodi Central Valley area GNA Women's Mastery Chapter. I wasn't going to butcher it. We'll talk about what happened and why it's there and not where it used to be in a little bit. But she's also now our Director of Public Relations. We recently promoted Kelly to that position because, number one, I really needed somebody to help me on the leadership conference calls with the leaders. And number two, we need somebody else that truly knows and understands the organization that can be a great spokesperson for the organization. Kelly, in a couple minutes, what are your thoughts about all of your roles and everything I just mentioned? Did I miss anything?
No, other than I'm a life coach and legal shield rep, but that's what I do. But as far as the GNA,
right.
Nope, that's everything.
That's a little plug right there. It's okay. We allow that. It's a little plug, yeah.
But yes, I work well with Shannon, being the co-chairperson of the Tracy GNA. We host one-on-one meetings bi-monthly almost, either if it's phone or in person, to try to keep in contact and keep those creative juices flowing, and just to be on the same page, which I think is vital to the Tracy GNA chapter. And as far as the Women's Mastery, I'm meeting some super wonderful, empowered women every month that are willing to network in a positive way without judgments or labels, and they're ready to make their business the best that they can be and move forward with that. So I'm happy to be able to meet with those empowering ladies every month and help them grow and help them connect with other individuals within their industry. It's been great. I've met a lot of nice women and we've been able to grow, and they've been having a good time. I've been getting a lot of great feedback, so I'm looking forward to 2015 and what that holds for that organization as well as the Tracy GNA. As far as my public relations, I'm just excited to be able to
speak your mind about the GNA freely.
Well, I think it's the most important part of that is, and what I think you're trying to say, Elias, is that
you know what I'm trying to say, Kelly.
Just allowing the GNA vision to be, held throughout all of modalities and all regions within the GNA, organizations. And just to have all the leaders on the same page, just like me and Shannon, we meet once a month, either one-on-one, face-to-face, or give her a phone call and say, hey, this is what I had, ideas coming up, what do you think about it? And, even calling the establishment that you're hosting your venue at, just to make sure that they, you appreciate them and that they have you down for that month. And, just to be able to be there and say, hey, you know what, if I haven't said thank you, I thank you so much for allowing us to have this here. And I plug you. On our social medias, and we give back to you, and I think that's important for the businesses because we are paying it forward to them and they're paying it forward to us. So just, being clear with that, and just, being on the same page with the vision, which is, to be in a genuinely networking association where people feel comfortable with who and what they are to bring to the table, and that you're able to, meet great people and move forward, because 2015 is coming and it's going to be a good one.
Oh, it's going to be phenomenal, and thank you very much, Kelly. That was a lot of great information, and I really appreciate you sharing it. And I know since you have 3 titles, you're going to have a ton more information than most of the leaders out there, and and you know, I really want to thank you and Shannon both at the same time. And for those of you that missed our 5th annual Holiday Networking Extravaganza, which was our annual GNA holiday potluck party, you missed out on a phenomenal event. Lots of great food, lots of great influential people from all over Northern California. We did karaoke for the 2nd time again this year with Jim T. Chong, the founder of Solutions for Life, or S4L for short. Talk about plugs, and we'll mention the importance of plugging people in just a second here. But I have to give my hat off to you ladies. I won't take it off literally because I didn't shave my head today. I was in a hurry. You know, us entrepreneurs are always in a hurry. I'm just keeping it real, like your last name, right? But I'll tip my hat to both you ladies because, and I know you're humble ladies, but I'm allowed to blow your head up. I'm just not allowed to blow my own head up. Okay, but you ladies were iconic and the pillars that held the GNA together. You were the glue that held the GNA together, and that is no understatement, folks. If it wasn't for these two ladies, Kelly Real, earlier this year, when we used to run the Women's Mastery in Elk Grove, and we had some other leaders, we had a major leadership change, and a few of our leaders in that particular area, we're not going to mention the names, keep it professional, stepped away. It was kind of like a very abrupt way to step down, and it kind of created some uncertainty within the organization, which is a good word to use, uncertainty, not issues, uncertainty, right? And in order to win back the members, because hey, look, sometimes when you have great leaders, if something goes wrong and you know, they go through something emotionally and they act the way that we didn't expect them to act, it's not us telling them to do that. They're just being that way. And, you know, in order to, you know, rectify that situation, we moved the Women's Mastery to Lodi. And Kelly and I got together. We found this amazing venue. The Round Table Pizza in Lodi is in a beautiful area. They have a beautiful back room that can hold about 40 people. And I know because I was there helping her, you know, taking the pictures for the launch event. And I was actually at the launch event, and it's a really great place off of Kettleman Lane. So, you know, that was one of the things that we had to take care of. And Kelly, you were already a co-chair person, and I came to you and I said, hey, you know, you're perfect for this position. Great exposure opportunity. You are a holistic life coach. I mean, what better way to get yourself out there? How about you share with our viewers out there and our members out there in about 30 seconds or so the importance of being a leader in a group like that? What does that do for your exposure? I mean, it helps others. Let's just talk about other people that are thinking about becoming GNA leaders. What does that do for them?
Well, first off, I'd like to acknowledge and appreciate the fact that you've given me the opportunity to do that. And I think that's, you know, first off.
Thank you, Kelly.
Yeah, definitely. And I think if you're thinking about being a GNA leader, or what a GNA leader means to me, I think that's a better way of putting it, is somebody who's willing to step up and put themselves second. Not totally first, but second. To be able to look at other people and what they could benefit other people, like by putting them together and being networkers together. So I'm going to refer you because I think that you would get along with somebody else and that you guys could do good business together. So it's not about me. It's about making everybody come together and being a good host. Being a good host and being a good leader means, you know, to take action, to acknowledge people, to be genuine, respectful, and utmost of all, I think it's to actually, you know, show up. Because with coaching, you know, that's the first step, is to show up. You know, we all kind of miss that step. You know, we kind of think like it's oh, well, you know, I can come or I can't come. You know, leaders leading by an example. And I think that's the, you know, if you believe.
Let's high five her for that one. Come on, Shannon, give Kelly a high five. A leader should do what, Kelly?
Lead by example.
Lead by example. Oh my gosh, is it rocket science?
No.
I don't know.
I think rocket science is what the chairperson of Tracy GNA, Clyde Voorhees, does. You know, that's rocket science. He works with satellites and all that, but it's not rocket science to lead by example. If you want somebody to do something that you won't do yourself, come on now. let's be real, right, Kelly? Like your last name. Go ahead.
Yeah, no, totally. I absolutely agree. And it's just being able to show up, lead by example and taking control too, because I think that's important part about being a leader. Mm-hmm. If we're sitting here kind of like, well, I don't know, and not looking at the camera, not looking at people, and very embarrassed about who and what we are representing, that doesn't make a good leader. It's showing up, being present, recognizing the people, sharing gratitude, and paying it forward too. That makes a great leader. If you're able to pay it forward to the people that you're working with and the people that are looking up to you, that's an important part about being a leader.
Yeah.
So.
Thank you for that, Kelly. And before we get back to you, Shannon, here, right around the time when we moved the women's mastery, it seems like when it rains, it pours. And those of you that, live out here in Northern California know it's been pouring lately. This is the second week of December, I believe, right? We had one of the biggest storms the other day that we've had in quite some time. Luckily, I didn't drive anywhere then. But in our Sacramento region, boy, it was usually one of our best regions. It was one of the toughest regions to deal with this year, even tougher than the Bay Area or the Central Valley area, because our leader that ran Sacramento GNA for a year, Rick Zeller, had to step away due to time constraints and other obligations, and this was after the launch meeting in January. And I ended up, Rick actually did run it a little bit longer than that. My apologies. He ran it, I think, through February, March, and then I ran the chapter for a couple of months, and I was looking for, some new chairpersons. And what ended up happening is, we had some people take over the chapter. They're good people, but they just weren't in alignment with our vision. We thought we were, within alignment, and after a couple of meetings, we realized that, we needed to go separate ways. We're still friends, and no big deal. Things happen, but it's another change we had to make. So during that time, I was looking to find another leader for Sacramento GNA. We're looking to move the women's mastery from Elk Grove to Lodi to, relieve the issues that were happening. And then at the same time, after 2.5 years of being at the Clarion Hotel in Modesto and running events there, including interactive Wednesdays at the Clarion Hotel, which we run, they wanted to start charging us to use the space. So we were no longer welcome there. We moved that event to Fuddruckers in Modesto. So imagine how I was feeling at this point, because I'm right, in the middle of all this, which eventually down the road, when we get some funding, we can pay some people to do this as a nonprofit, which we'll talk about here in a little bit. We are definitely going to have some help in doing that, because it is a lot of work. So that's what we went through during 2014. There were a few other hiccups here and there, no big deals. But folks, we want you to realize that we've been working diligently to build you a bigger and better GNA. And I know we don't have a whole lot of time left in this video. I have a little timer here on my new iPhone 6 Plus, which I love, by the way. So more pictures are coming soon this year, folks, and they'll be out during the event. You won't have to wait until after the event. But anyway, so ladies, let's talk about what's coming up in 2015 at the GNA. Now, Shannon, let's go to you, because you've been around with us from the very beginning, and Tracy, and it's been probably about 2.5 years. Mm-hmm. I know you're aware of some of the changes. Which changes kind of resonate with you the most off the bat? Just kind of throwing you on the spot here.
Yeah, thanks.
What I do, Shannon?
Yeah.
One day you're going to be running this show. You're going to be here hosting, and I'm going to be sitting on the other side being interviewed.
Yeah. Most of it would be the lack of support from the community. We used to have 20, 30, 40 people come to our meetings, and now we don't have that support. So 2015 is going to be a little bit more different. We're going to have different speakers. We're going to have a lot more community support. We'll find a way to do that. Leadership roles have changed. We used to have Margaret Edwards and Dennis Edwards. He was late. and showing you a lot of different things. So look for it and come and support us.
So, you're welcome. Thank you so much. Let's give Shannon a big round of applause, because we all know this is way out of Shannon's comfort zone, but she's sitting here being a good sport about it. And I'll tell you something, and Kelly, you know this, being the life coach that you are, the holistic life coach, certified holistic life coach. Okay, she's actually certified. She went through a lot of schooling. You want to hear her story? Set up a one-on-one with her. You want to hear her story? Set up a one-on-one with her. These ladies are phenomenal. I totally forgot what we were going to say. I'm like losing it right now, because we're going into 2015, and 2015 is going to be this amazing year, because we're doing something different we've never done before at the GNA. And that is, we are going to start charging an admission fee for our event starting in January. Now, I have been mentioning this at the monthly mastermind events and our informal events. Those of you that were able to make any one of our events in November, you heard it there. Those of you that attended the Holiday Never Again Extravaganza heard it really well there. I mean, I really emphasized it that night because I had a microphone, right? And if my voice isn't loud enough already, you know, you should hear me when I'm talking to a mic. I mean, I wake up the whole entire community. So anyway, I had the cops come. No, just kidding. I'm not that bad. Basically what's happening is our events are going to have a $5 admission fee. As long as you purchase your tickets online, there will be a link on Facebook, there will be a link on meetup.com or anywhere else we promote the event, which will redirect you to an Eventbrite page. The reason why we're using Eventbrite is because Eventbrite is the only system out there that allows you to have tiered pricing. And why are we giving you tiered pricing? Well, let me finish what the tiers are first, and I'll tell you. So, if you purchase your tickets up to 24 hours in advance online, before the day of the event, it's $5. The day of the event, up until 5 o'clock, an hour before the event, if you purchase your tickets online, they're going to be $10. If you wait to purchase your tickets at the door, you hear my voice raising, meaning, do we really want you to do that? Do we?
No.
Kelly's like, wow, this guy's a loud mouth.
Yeah.
It's going to be $15. So the reason why we have to do that is because we've realized, in order to make the GNA more sustainable and to bring more value to each and every one of you, what I'm trying to say is that we need to basically start holding our members accountable. But here's the problem, like I mentioned at the holiday party, Kelly, we're entrepreneurs. Do you want to be told what to do?
No.
Do you? I didn't even ask you, you're already asking. I was going to get to you, but see, that's the answer I was looking for. Look, I'm the last person that wants to be held accountable, right? So how the heck do you expect me to hold you accountable if I won't let you hold me accountable, right? Okay, it's a two-way street. Well, that's what these memberships are going to do, because, you know, if you purchase your tickets, you know, a day in advance, it's going to be $5, very affordable. If you don't show up, they're non-refundable and non-transferable. And why are we doing that? Because if you can't show up, we would still appreciate it if that ticket price goes as a donation to the GNA nonprofit. Okay? You know, and that way, if you don't buy your tickets in advance, you're going to have to pay $10, you know, the day of the event online, or $15 at the door. If we just said $5, you wouldn't value that. So we've got to put some limits down and have the people take us more seriously. And what's this going to do, Kelly and Shannon? This is going to actually also bring us a better quality of people. Not saying that the people that have been coming around are not great quality, they are. But we're looking for people that are truly looking to refer business to others, do business with others. We're looking to start making a huge difference. And, you know, I know some people out there are hurting, and I apologize for that. But my thing is this: if you find a way to come to the event, whether you're rich or poor, and I'm not the richest guy in the world, trust me. You know, if you can afford to put, you know, $5 or $10 worth of gas in your car to come to the event and buy the food there, and you can't afford $5 admission to help support the GNA, which is creating a better cause, I'd love to tell you. What are your thoughts about that, Kelly?
Well, there's a couple of things that I have to say about that. One is that if you're going to do a one-on-one with somebody, you're going to go to a local coffee shop, or you're going to go to a restaurant, and you're going to pay $5 for a Starbucks coffee, or you're going to pay whatever it costs for your lunch admission while you're having a one-on-one with somebody. This is a place where you meet many more people than just one person. You're able to network with them and get their numbers and their information and connect with them in a place that is very non-judgmental and very open and honest, to where you're able to make all these connections for the $5. So that's one thing I'd like to add with that. It's the $5, you know, we're giving it to Starbucks or, you know, a local coffee vendors to have our one-on-ones. Why not support the GNA, which is a nonprofit and something that you believe in, or, you know, that creates value for you? It just makes sense, you know. Another thing is if you are the type of person that can't afford the $5, there are things that the leaders will need help with eventually, you know. So if you are a person that is interested in becoming, you know, part of the leadership team, or want more information about how you can help the GNA in other ways than paying your $5, please talk to Elias Melas, myself, or any of the other leaders within your organization, and we'll help you try to come up with some kind of idea that works for both you and us. Now, I'm not saying that you're going to definitely not have to pay. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying we work with people and we understand that, you know, things happen, and if you're willing to put your time forward and take some action, that we're there to be able to help you. So.
Oh, thank you, Kelly. That was a wonderful explanation there. Now, a few more things, and then I want to get some opinions from you on the membership again there, Shannon. If you want to get free admission to a GNA event, there are ways to do it. Let me share with you those ways, because we're looking for one of two things. Number one, we're looking for people that are going to volunteer their time in lieu of paying the membership, right? And I don't know about you, Kelly and Shannon, but time is money. Time is value, right? If you're putting in a couple, 2-3 hours a week or more to the GNA, we're going to give you free membership.
Yeah.
And if you are a leader in this organization, all leaders in this organization throughout the duration of being a leader in good standing, and I'll tell you, if you're not a leader in good standing, then we're going to sit down with you and ask you, you know, why are you still a leader, right? You will get free admission to every single GNA event and every single GNA special event that we run, as long as you're a leader in good standing. So the GNA leaders, they're putting in the most work into making this happen. They are the pillars that are holding the roof and the walls up, right? So we're going to reward them probably the most there. Well, we are definitely rewarding the most. Now, for the members, for the new members, the non-leader members, I'm not going to say regular members because we're all equal, right? Some of us have just received more leadership training, and we've been indoctrinated in the culture, and we've learned to feel comfortable being on the stage, right, Shannon? Mm-hmm. You've come a long way. For the members out there, if you bring a minimum of 2 new guests to any event you attend, you will get free admission for that event. Now, all new guests, whether they're brought by you or not, will be allowed to come to one GNA event anywhere in Northern California free of charge. Kind of like some of the other groups of BNIs with tips, chambers. They'll let you go check it out once or twice or so. We're going to let you come check it out once. And if you come back in the future, then the regular fees will apply. Now, if you didn't purchase your ticket because of the fact that 2 of your friends promised you they would be there and they don't show up, or one of them flakes out, sorry it's a harsh word, they cancel out at the last minute, then unfortunately you'll be required to pay the $15 at the door fee. Sounds a little bit harsh, but what we're trying to change here is we're trying to hold some accountability and have people take some action, because we know that people change their mind at the last minute, and we want people to keep their commitments, because that's the most important part. You know, besides showing up, Well, showing up is practically keeping the commitment, right? We want you to show up and we want you to keep your commitment. So that's why we're doing that. And besides that, one more thing regarding membership. Starting in February, we are going to have what's called the GNA DCN Season Pass. For those of you that are not aware, DCN is Discovery County Network. The GNA, Genuine Everything Association, collaborated forces with the CEO and founder of the Discovery County Network, Troy Brewer. He runs a marketing company. For more information on Discovery County Network, just go to discoverycountynetwork.com or reach out to Troy Brewer at discoverycountynetwork.com or Troy Brewer on Facebook or me, Elias Melas, and we'll explain it to you. There's not enough time to do it here. But we collaborated forces several years ago, so we are combining this membership because what it's going to do is we're going to have a membership, an annual pass for each specific chapter. And we are going to guarantee that there are going to be a minimum of 10 events per chapter. Now, the reason why we guarantee 10 events is because, number one of the events is going to happen in December, and we don't run events in December because of the holiday party. Number two, sometimes one of the events will fall on a holiday and we can't run a chapter at that time. So we're going to compare this to 10 events per chapter each month. If you bought 10 individual tickets at $5 each, for that particular chapter, that's $50. If you purchase a GNA season pass to that chapter, it's going to be $40. Now, there's also going to be a GNA Universal Pass. Wow. You know what Universal means?
Yeah.
It means you can go anywhere with that pass, right? Mm-hmm. And we haven't decided on a price on that yet. I don't want to throw it out there, but it's going to be greater than $40 because even if we double that, it still would be a great deal. But we're working out the pricing on that, but we're letting you know we're going to have GNA season passes, so you don't have to think about purchasing your membership online. And hey, guess what? I don't want to sound unprofessional here, but I'm keeping it real, right? If you buy a season pass for the whole year and you flake out to every event, we will still greatly appreciate your donation to the GNA nonprofit. I mean, that is a way to pay it forward. Some people legitimately can't make it for legitimate reasons. They have conflicting, schedules, half the time. The GNA season pass will let you come and go as you wish, and it will also, help us, pay for a good cause that we're looking to get started. We're looking to start the GNA nonprofit sometime during this coming summer in 2015. Now, the most important thing, we didn't mention this about the memberships. You know what I'm talking about, ladies? There are two crucial things. There will be no refunds, and the memberships are non-transferable. Because if we made it transferable, and if we offered refunds, everyone would go one time, they want a refund, they want to hand out the card to their friend, and so we're not going to do that. Folks, all of this revenue is going to a good cause to start the GNA nonprofit, which will further service each and every one of you. And we're not going to go into tremendous detail on the nonprofit right now, but I will mention to you folks that, the majority of that money is going to go back to you and your local communities. Now, honestly, some of it will go to myself and my collaborative partner, our collaborative partner, Troy Brewer, because we have a lot of fees to pay for all the websites that we're hosting and other things that we've been paying for out of pocket, out of the kindness of our hearts. And if we were able to continue to do that, we would do it. But as we keep growing and more websites are built and more things need server space, we're running out of funds. We need your help. It's kind of like, public television. They come out once per year and say, hey, look, if you want to continue seeing this great programming, please help us out, So that's pretty much, the structure there. Shannon Edwards, what are your thoughts briefly there about the GNA membership? I know you're a pretty straightforward kind of gal, so what do you think?
Basically, I would say, yes, be accountable for what you want to do. If you want to be part of this GNA organization, do it. If you don't, then manage the doors, walk out, go find someone else to come to you. Man up, woman up, stand up for yourself, do something. If you want to support others in the group, great, go for it. That's what we need. We also need your support, and I would say put up or shut up.
Wow. I didn't say that, she did, but you know what, I can respect that, and I'll say it this way, and you know, like, I've gone public and said this before. I even mentioned it at our biggest event, the Holiday Extravaganza, earlier this year, okay? I may not come off as the most professional sounding founder, but I do keep it real, just like your last name. And personally, I've grown to love people that keep it real than give me the, what do you call it, the politically correct answer, Kelly? Mm-hmm. The overly professional answer, the smoochy. Who wants smoochy? You want a nice, professional, down-to-earth, you know, leadership crew, you know, leading you all down the right path of success, and that's what we're going to be doing this year, right, Kelly Real?
Absolutely.
Is that what the vision of 2015 is going to be at the GNA?
I think it's going to be a great new beginnings. I think it's going to be a great way to be able to create value, one for your business in particularly, and pay it forward through a nonprofit organization that cares about everybody. And also to be able to possibly step up yourself as a leader within your organization and your business in order to meet like-minded people that care about you genuinely.
You know, it's funny, Kelly, you mentioned that. The moment we mentioned that we're going to start charging for GNA events, but the leaders will be free, we had about 2 or 3 leaders in Northern California wide say, I want to be a leader. So I'm like, wow, okay, I hope it's for the right reason, not just to get free membership. Because remember, you know, if you're doing it just for free membership and you're not doing the minimal and we don't see your heart and soul in it, unfortunately, we'll have to sit down with you and remove you, and that way you will lose your membership. We want people to be genuine and authentic, because that is the name of the organization. That is, it's not all about me, it's not about me, it's about everyone else, but it is my vision. I created the vision, and when people are going to be representing the GNA vision at the same time, they're representing me. And I just want to make sure that, you know, everything out there is as close to the vision as possible and runs as smoothly as possible. Now, before we wrap things up here, ladies, I want to pay a very special thank you to the rest of our leaders. Hopefully I don't forget any of them. We have Got Grateful Slore. Well, she's Got Slore, but Got Grateful Slore on Facebook. She's our Central Valley Area GNA Regional Director. Big round of applause for Got. How about a big round of applause for Anthony Butera, who's Got's assistant. Anthony is the Assistant Central Valley Area GNA Regional Director. He's also the host of it's not Modesto, it's called Interactive Wednesdays at the Clarion Inn Hotel in Modesto, but it is Modesto GNA
but
pretty
it's
much.
Fuddruckers now.
It's I screwed up. When you've been in a place for so long, you get so used to it, you know. But you're right. Interactive Wednesdays at Fuddruckers in Modesto. Yep. We also have Bill Muth, who's our chairperson of Sacramento GNA. James Wade Brooks, who's not only his co-chairperson of Sacramento GNA, he's also his close friend and business partner. Isn't that amazing? I love those guys. We have Matt Gouget, who is a roaming ambassador in the Sacramento regional area. Great guy, Matt Gouget. We also have Sonny K. Harley. Well, something's happening here at Shannon's house. Shannon's phone's going off. It sounds like it's Halloween during Christmas, but that's okay. That's okay.
So we have Sonny Harley.
We have Sonny Harley, who's the Sacramento area GNA Regional Director. And in the Bay Area, we have Elizabeth Priest Morrison, who's the Sunnydale GNA Monthly Mastermind Chapter Chairperson.
So and yay!
Right now, I'm trying to get through all this, right? I don't want to forget anybody, but we also have Eric Kopp out there. He's one of our newest leaders, our co-chairperson.
Yay!
And actually, I love that guy, Eric. If you see this, man, I love you, man. You're like a brother to me because, you know, you were probably thinking like, I'm never going to do this. And we saw things in you that you probably couldn't think were possible. And we're thrilled to have you on board.
And who do we have at Elk Grove?
And we're going to get to Elk Grove.
Yeah.
Because she does passion parties. I'm not trying to plug it here, but it's just so funny. But we just did plug it, right? Samantha Gibson's are the host of our Elk Grove GNA Monthly Mastermind chapter. And
yes!
She also has two co-chairpersons, what I'm trying to say. First of all, we have Monica Larson. And we have Kayla Adams out there. And I want to give Samantha props because she actually saved that chapter. That's another thing we forgot to mention, is that Elk Grove GNA almost shut down about 3 months ago. I remember I was at an event with one of our collaborative partners, Victor Jenkins, with Create the Spotlight Multimedia, or Create the Spotlight Media Marketing. And he was speaking at the event, and the event started at 6 o'clock. On the schedule, but we have informal networking at 6:15. 6:15 came, there were only 2 people, Victor and I. And we're like, what's going on, man? Do people not like us? They don't love us? But then by 6:25, we had another 7, 8 people show up. We had a meeting. Well, we made an announcement that night saying that, hey, we need somebody to step up and help us build this chapter, or else we're going to shut it down. And Samantha, when I was mentioning that on stage, I looked at her, she looked at me, and it was like instant, like, oh, I know where this is going. So I was really thrilled, and she accepted the position at the end. So we really thank you for that. And a lot of people in 2014 really saved the vision of the GNA. I'm serious. Yes, I did put a lot of work into it. Obviously, the founder should if they really carry their vision, but it's not about me. Without each and every one of you, I couldn't have done this. You know, I can't run every chapter. Sure, I know the program, I created the program, and I could do it, but for how long can I sustain that? It's been 4 years, and we need your help if we're going to keep moving this forward, and that's exactly where we're heading in 2015. So we have about 2 or 3 minutes left. Kelly, any final thoughts? Did we miss anybody? Did we miss anything? If we missed any leader.
Oh, Clyde Voorhees.
Oh my gosh! Clyde.
Hello?
But you know what? I did plug Clyde earlier.
You did.
I did plug Clyde in the beginning of this, but once again, we have Clyde Voorhees, who is the chairperson of Tracy GNA. Once again, Shannon and Kelly, co-chairpersons, and whatever else they do.
And Women's Mastery host here.
Women's Mastery, and Director of Public Relations, and yeah.
So Clyde Voorhees, yay! I guess to wrap it up, 2015 is going to be awesome.
Yes.
It's going to be a new vision, new beginnings. It's going to be something that you don't want to miss out on as far as the GNA has to be concerned. And I think that you guys are going to get a lot of value in what's up to come. We have a lot of new speakers, a lot of great leaders, and we are working together one-on-one, you know, Shannon and I and other leaders once a month in order to make this a really good event for you guys. So if you come and you pay that $5, you're going to feel valued and you're going to get what you deserve, really, in moving your business forward in 2015.
Absolutely. And what about you, Shannon? What are your final thoughts? And I'll share mine.
I agree with Kelly.
Because it's ladies first, right? Sorry to cut you off. I wanted to say it's ladies first.
Thank you.
You're welcome. Go ahead.
Yes, I agree with Kelly. Just come, have fun, and if you pay the $5 or it's $15, if it's completely, you'll get what you came for. Put up or shut up, and have some fun, and let's promote each other and help each other out.
Wow. You know what? You know, I think I'm going to bring back the Put Your Money Where Your Mouth Is campaign.
Exactly.
You know, speaking of that, my final thoughts, first of all, I want to mention, for those of you that don't know, as part of our collaboration with Troy Brewer, CEO and founder of Discovery County Network, Troy and I are running 3 internet radio stations together. One is DCN Radio, which is known as DCN1, the first station is the 70s and 80s, early funk and R&B. We also have DCN Radio 2, which is the 80s hit station, which Troy doesn't know this yet. I kind of talked to him, and we're going to do this regardless, but we're going to rebrand DCN2 to the best of the 80s, 90s, and today, which I think is going to be pretty cool. And I have a lot of that music on my hard drive, so I just need to find time to upload it to the server. Because both Troy and I have access to these servers. So we want to give you more value to listen to some great music and high quality during your workday should you choose. And then we also have DCN Talk Radio, which I pretty much run that thing myself. I'm not trying to say I'm all, but I'm the host of the, of GNA DCN Member Spotlight, where we interview a new member of the GNA each week, and then we put you on the air 4 separate times each day for a total of 6 days straight each week, and we promote you massively throughout the entire organization at no cost. Okay? Nobody else does that. We did 45 episodes last year. Let me tell you, after writing the script each week, I would download the MP3 file once it was recorded. I would edit it, make it sound good, add music to it. I would upload to the server, then create the promo picture to put on Facebook and blast it out there. Let me tell you, it's a lot of work, but it was definitely worth it. There's a lot of people got some great exposure. And right now, until the end of the holiday season, we are replaying all the shows that we did last year. But coming January 1st, we're going to be, we're going to bring back new episodes. And more than likely, we're also going to have new episodes of The Wellness Revolution with Kevin Yates. That's an amazing show. Kevin Yates, phenomenal guy you want to connect with in the Central Valley area. He is a true homegrown, health and wellness guru. He's not network marketing, nothing against the network marketers, but this guy is non-network marketing. He is the real deal. You should definitely connect with him. Besides that, the final thing I'll mention is the GNA DCN memberships, okay? We're going to have one added feature on top of what we mentioned as an option. We're going to have the regular membership, but then we're also going to have some special discounted marketing packages that will tie in with a membership to the events as well. And Troy Brewer and I together, and I'm helping Troy with DCN, and we're working on this together. If you have any marketing needs that you want, we're not trying to pitch you, but if you have any marketing needs, we can definitely help you. We know what we're doing. Between the Discover County Network and the GNA, we have the largest local targeted network of people all over Northern California and Northern Nevada. So if you want to get your message out in Northern California and Northern Nevada, we can do it online, and we can help you, get it out there offline through the GNA. That's why we're hand in hand. The DCN online, the GNA offline. You take the high tech and you bring it over to the what? The high
road.
High touch.
Well, high road. Road to success? Come on.
To create success, Kelly.
Yeah.
You take the high tech, meaning you chat with these people online, you see their picture on Facebook.
That's true.
But you're not going to know them until you sit down and have coffee with them, right? Okay?
Yeah.
Have your one-on-one. I am telling you. And this is one thing I'll tell you. I don't like to tell anybody anything. I don't like to tell you what to do, but I'm telling you honestly. If you don't have one-on-ones, your business will not grow because no one will know who you are. And if you don't make effort to meet with them, to get to know them, they're going to feel like you don't care about who they are, so they're never going to buy from you or refer you business. Folks, if you take away even just one thing from this year-end review here, I mean, all is very important, obviously, but have your one-on-ones. I'm telling you, even if you meet people at the events, have the one-on-ones. It will make a tremendous, tremendous difference. So with that being said, once again, we'd like to wish you all a very happy holiday season. Merry Christmas to all of your friends and your family. Happy New Year, and we look forward to seeing you in 2015. And on that note, Kelly, Shannon, and Elias, we'll see you all soon. Now, I ran out of breath. I didn't do it as long as on the radio show, but yeah, that's a wrap, right, ladies?
Woo-hoo!
Yeah. All right, we're done.
Thank you, everybody.
Thank you.